With the brand new year finally here, President Biden and Vice President Harris sets January 6th for the first campaign event of the year 2024. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and today it is time we talk about the 2024 presidential election, because everyone, we're finally in the new year. And that means we're going to see more of a campaign presence from both sides. Even the Biden-Harris campaign, which, let's face it, Biden is not all there, and Harris is just incompetent. With that being said, however, despite this more active campaign, what the hell is the Biden campaign trying to do here? I mean, read this headline. Biden-Harris sets January 6th for the first campaign event of 2024. Yeah, they are setting the tone for the new year with January 6th. You cannot make this up. This is their focus for the new year. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody, now let's be clear about everything, alright? We still are early in 2024, but I can already tell you, this campaign sucks for Biden. Like, are they trying to lose? Focusing on January 6th in the year of 2024? So let's get into it. President Biden will lay out what he sees as the stakes of the 2024 presidential election, democracy and freedom, in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania on January 6th, his first campaign event of the new year. So, the location makes sense, you know, Pennsylvania, Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, that makes sense. But focusing on January 6th and democracy and freedom has to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because just two things. One, nobody gives a shit about democracy or freedom. That's like the fifth most important issue at best, and that's just partisan Dems that think that. And number two, democracy and freedom, that's an issue you're tied with Trump now. Look at the new polling. Trump's going down to like 5 to 10 points with democracy. Because guess what? Take a guess what Democrats are trying to do to Trump. Kick him off the ballot because he's a political opponent. That's democracy, isn't it? People are seeing through this crap. And doubling down on it just makes you seem incompetent. This Saturday will mark the 3-year anniversary of when, with the encouragement from Donald Trump, a violent mob breached our nation's capital. It was the first time in our nation's history that a president tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power. Biden-Harris campaign manager, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I call bullshit, first of all. I mean, encouragement from Trump. These people still are pretending he what his speech was. They're making it sound like he told people, storm the Capitol, be violent, when he told people, march peacefully and patriotically to the Capitol. And he told on Twitter to, hey, get out of the Capitol, stop the riot, go home. And then Twitter banned him for it, but either way, you look at this crap that they're trying to make it sound like, this is BS. And you're focusing on it in 2024? Hell, even in 2022, democracy and freedom, when that was closer to 21, and Democrats were throwing everything in the kitchen sink at it outside of abortion, nobody gave a shit about it. It didn't move the needle at all. Principal Deputy Campaign Manager Quentin Folks said Valley Forge was selected for its historical significance, as it is the same spot where nearly 250 years ago, our nation's forefathers transformed a disorganized alliance of colonial militias into a cohesive coalition united in the fight for our democracy, where George Washington united American willpower, blah, blah, blah. So, the significance of Valley Forge, yeah, that's important, but the way they're using it, instead of using it for patriotism and, hey, this is America and all that, they're using it for democracy? Really? Valley Forge is important. Let's be clear, it is a significant part of the country, but not for democracy. I mean, just think about that for a second. You could have said so many things about it. I like the idea of going to Valley Forge and using it as a background for, an America First rally or something, a patriotic rally. But for January 6th? In Saturday's speech, Biden is expected to lay out in an official capacity on the campaign trail what he sees as the stakes of the 2024 election as he ramps up towards a likely rematch against President Trump. I mean, what's at stake here is one side is trying to kick the other guy off the ballot. That's what's happening here. And if Trump loses, the precedent that sets where, hey, some unelected clowns can just say, you're not on the ballot, we're not going to let the people choose who they want for president. We get to choose. That's what's at stake here, and I think this is a big fat blunder from President Biden for focusing on democracy when you're trying to kick him off the ballot, or at least people in your party. What's democratic about that? Last month, the campaign announced it planned a hiring spree of thousands of staff dedicated to Team Biden-Harris across the country, which includes leadership teams in every battleground state by mid-January, which I would too. Republicans should be doing that. Pennsylvania, one of those battleground states, holds a key pathway to the presidency. In 2020, Biden won it by just over 1 point, which helped push him over the finish line to win the Electoral College. Going to 2024, he remains dead even with Trump, according to 538's latest polling average. After his Valley Forge stop, as ABC first reported, Biden will then continue to carry his message to Charleston, South Carolina. So they realized Bidenomics wasn't working. They realized nobody bought into that. No matter how much Democrats wanted to cope on Twitter, nobody in real life bought. The economy was booming and you're just delusional. So now they're focusing on democracy, which in my opinion is a big mistake. I mean, making the issue of Trump being kicked off the ballot on the forefront, that's just going to piss people off against Biden. Because, let's face it, outside of partisan Democrats, no one wants Trump kicked off the ballot. Because people understand, hey, that's a bad idea. Even Democrats think, we should not be kicking off Trump from the ballot, because this could backfire easily. But this idea that you're focusing on democracy when people care about the economy, immigration, even abortion. You're not even focusing on abortion, you're focusing on democracy. And you look at how the DCCC is handling the House. They're attacking Michael Lawler for being a fan of Michael Jackson. It's like, what the hell are Democrats doing? Like, who are you trying to appeal to these voters? What voters are you trying to appeal to with this crap? The only thing I can think of is white resist liberals on Twitter, on Instagram, or whatever. That's the only ones I think they're appealing to right now. Which, by the way, according to the polling numbers, this is a disaster. I mean, look at this. These visits come as the campaign pushes to attract Black, Latino, women, and young voters. Which, that's not why they're bailing on Biden. Not because of democracy. He's not being pro-democracy enough. Maybe resist liberals on Twitter. But for Black voters, Latino voters, young voters, a lot of them, they just can't freaking afford anything. Their standard of living has gotten significantly worse with Biden. That's why they're bailing on him, not democracy. I mean, what are they trying to do here? Are they seriously thinking that, oh, if we triple down on democracy, we're going to magically surge? They tried that last year in 2022 even. It really didn't work. It really did not work at all. Democracy was the 7th most important issue. Now it's like 6, but it's actually 50-50. This isn't causing the Biden issues. It's the economy. It's immigration. You're seeing even in deep blue parts of Chicago, where it's like 90% African American, they are protesting the mass immigration that's happening. This isn't a democracy issue. This is, hey, people are finally waking up to, these policies, they don't actually help anybody. In fact, they're hurting us far more than helping. But either way, folks, this campaign, I think, sucks. This is your initial push. There is so much, I hate to say it, there is so much the Biden campaign could campaign on. There is. The CHIPS Act. Everybody supports that. The expanded child tax credit. People would support that. But they're focusing on that? I don't know what to say, but hey, if they're going to keep doing it and it helps Trump, I'm not necessarily against it. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.